This is Angel Studios' new film from the people who brought you The Sound of Freedom. Basically, it's a fairly innocuous, family-friendly, faith-based film. It's the story of Ming Wang, who is a renowned ocular surgeon. He created a procedure that allows, basically, I think this was the Mr. Beast surgery, but it allowed thousands of people to see again. And this is the man who created it. But we go back in time to his beginnings, where him and his family were caught in the Cultural Revolution in China in the 70s. Protesters had come in and started basically canceling teachers, canceling education. And he was a guy who wanted to get into education, but at this time in China, education was looked down upon. In fact, they wanted to get rid of it. These revolutionaries, and so it goes into that story of him constantly running away from these protesters, and it follows his journey from China to America, which is fairly harrowing. And then it also tells the story of him coming up with the procedure that allows people to see, because his first attempt at it on this young Indian girl failed. And basically, he sealed her fate, that she, even if he could figure out a way to cure blindness, she could never see again. And it was kind of that struggle he had, trying to overcome, his own self-confidence and to push the project forward. His partner in there is Greg Kinnear, who plays Misha Bartnovsky, and I'll say this. It's a good story. It's a good, positive, uplifting story. I enjoyed it. But it's fairly typical of your faith-based dramas. I think, it's well done. Greg Kinnear, certainly, you want an actor with some gravitas, some experience to uplift the entire cast. And Greg definitely does that in this film. So I would give it a recommendation, just if you're looking for something positive. Something to you can take the kids. They might get bored by the subject matter, but I've seen better, but certainly this is a solid film.
It's a topic that, to me, I think would make a better documentary. I'd rather see a documentary about this topic, and dramatizations always play fast and loose with the facts, and I don't know. I'm just not.
Yeah,
I'm not sold, Alan.
I'll say this about the documentary argument. I think in general you're right. In this case, I mean, there's zero footage of the guy in China. It's him essentially by himself. He's separated from his family for quite an extended period of time. So the story is all in his memory, and you could watch the guy talk for an hour about his story in China. But I think in this case, it's probably best suited for dramatization in that case. When he was developing the whole procedure for curing blindness in this case, I don't think anyone had the foresight to put cameras in there and follow him as he was trying to do this. And so it's, you have that choice between you have no supporting footage except for newsreels that you could throw in, or you could just make a dramatization. I think in this case, the dramatization is the best solution to tell the story.